This is Zambezi News.
Good evening and welcome to Zambezi News. I am your chief reporter, Mandape.
I am, as always, as usual, the chief news anchor, Jerome Weathers.
And I am senior chief news correspondent, London-trained, Kudzaishe Mushoya.
Welcome to Zambezi News, where we counter all the Western propaganda of democracy and freedom. We are here to report on the news as it is in our country, that is, truthfully.
Without fear or favour.
But with added fervour and flavour.
Tasty like a Wednesday afternoon.
Succulent like an ice cream.
Luxurious as soap crafted by blind angels.
Dripping off the cheeks of newborn babies.
Called Fred or Tracy.
This is Zambezi News.
Well, in our first report, we have a report today about a donation of books by the nation's great friend, the Democratic People's Republic of China. We now cross over to our intrepid reporter in the field, Kefas Josphats.
Our great friend and comrade, the People's Democratic Republic of China, has donated books to the education sector. It is hoped that these books will uplift the standards of education in the country. Our patriotic government, in its clairvoyance, has banned the import of books from Western countries. These countries were attempting to give free books to the Ministry of Education. It is alleged that these books were nursery rhymes and basic arithmetic. It is also believed, though, that these books were being used to smuggle foreign ideologies and numerous machinations. Beauty and the Beast and Robin Hood were singled out as being potentially subversive materials. Snow White was categorically rejected as pushing a white supremacist agenda against the oppressed dwarves. Our Look East policy has borne fruit, with the Chinese government donating a lot of books, which the students are devouring ravenously. Kefas Josphats, Zambezi News, in the capital.
I never get a chance to sit in the centre. What's that?
Sports desk is not included.
Little laptop, little sports desk, little man.
Sports is pivotal to the life of...
We now move on to a favorite segment of ours, Talking Farming.
Well, I don't have a farm, Mandape. You took it.
How true that is. My favorite segment, Talking Farming. We are going to take a look at the average man who has benefited from the land reform. Our reporter in the fields, who's reporting?
We went out.
Whoever it is.
One of our reporters went into the fields and had a one-on-one on the average man on how he has benefited on the land reform. Take it away, whoever you are.
Good day. You are honored. Welcome to my farm. As you can see, this is all my farm. I brought you out here to my recently acquired farm, which I acquired from Joram, just to show you the bumper harvest that we have. As you can see, it is a bumper harvest indeed that we have all around me here.
Sorry, Minister, those are weeds.
Yeah?
My weeds, Minister.
Right, come with me. This now is the actual farm. This is a proper bumper harvest. I have just taken over this farm. My previous foreman misinformed me, so I fired him. So now I have a new foreman, the former farmer. For this property which I've taken over. I've just hired him. Van Densberg, where? Where? Right. This is now my new foreman. He's the former farmer for this area here, and I've now taken over. This is a bumper harvest which I will reap. Who says you can't teach them new things? Eh? This is good. Eh? Right, go back to work. Right.
I'm sorry, Mandape got the name wrong of the previous reporter. Obviously, he's finding it extremely difficult to cope with the pressures that one has to deal with as the chief news anchor. We now move into a serious report, probably the most serious report of this news bulletin, which I will present to you. We cross to a report on a very serious issue that is causing a furore amongst the people. We cross now to a report by Notando Tanzania.
Good day. Today I am surrounded by nature. Or is it natural? I will be investigating a phenomenon of potentially lethal consequences that is gripping our nation. And that is flowers. I am sitting with Professor I Am Boring, who believes that flowers are a conspiracy. Professor, may you tell us a bit about your views?
Right, actually, that is I Am Boring, PhD, London. Now, yes, this phenomenon of flowers was started by some fellow in London by the name of John Flower, and he spread his ideologies throughout the world. Now, as we all know, flowers cause nothing but chaos and mayhem in the form of allergies, hay fever, and bees. Not to mention the disgusting phenomenon known as Valentine's Day.
Yes, sir. Me not have no opinion about the flowers, them herbal, fragrant, medicinal. But the European woman from Denmark, them, they love the flowers. But they love the dreads more. Sin.
Well, no sugarcoating such sweet success. Hey, Joram.
The name is Jerome and Mandape, but I guess you wouldn't know that with your rural schooling background now, would you?
Sure. We now cross over to a report on big divorce rate in a small town.
Can you get that right? Jerome.
That's what I said.
J-E-R-O-M-E. It's not bloody Joram. It sounds like the name of some...
We apologize for not being able to bring you that report at this particular juncture. We now take a quick commercial break. Back with more after these messages.
Do you have problems with dictators? Do you suffer from impotence and low self-esteem? Do you feel you just can't express yourself without having a baton stick shoved down your throat? Try the all-new Arab Spring with added verve and venom for the uprising you always knew you had. Side effects include stoning, random flag and effigy burning. The manufacturers are not liable for unnecessary foreign intervention or regressing to the status quo. Revolution may be hazardous to health, democracy sold separately.